Hey everybody! I'm here today to show you how to write a limerick poem. In this simple poetry tutorial, I'll be going over the basics of writing a limerick poem. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. I'll start off by telling you about the specifics of a limerick poem and what makes it a limerick poem, and then I'll give you an example of myself writing one. Alright, so limerick poem has 5 lines. So I'm just going to write the numbers 1 through 5 over here. 5 separate lines. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 lines, okay? Now, the first, second, and fifth lines, they sort of have to match in the sense that they each have 7 to 10 syllables. First, second, and fifth. And they have to rhyme. So they have to rhyme. Your first, your second, and your fifth have to rhyme, okay? And then in between, sandwiched in between, are the third and the fourth lines, and each of those should have 5 to 7 syllables each, okay? And then they also have to rhyme with each other. So first, second, and fifth are linked, and third and fourth are linked. And, you know, the first, second, and fifth, they also have to have like a verbal rhythm. And the third and fourth, they have to match with regards to their rhythm. So those are the only specifics, essentially, of a limerick poem. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to write one. Now, I actually wrote it, you know, to my side over here. I'm not coming up with this off the top of my head. I did come up with it off the top of my head, but not right now. I've previously wrote it on a separate sheet of paper. I mean, I'm good at writing poetry, but not on the spot like this. So I'm going to write it down for you and verbally say it, and then we're going to make sure it follows the rules. So the first one is, there was a young man named John. So there was a young man named John. Okay? We'll write the whole thing and then we'll go over each specific line. The next line is, and he worked from dusk till dawn. So, and he worked from dusk till dawn. Okay? Now I know, yes, this is a sort of like a short form word, but I decided to use it because it's poetry, right? It's all about being creative. The next line is, he loved what he did. He loved what he did, which hopefully he did. You know, if he's working from dusk till dawn, hopefully he loved it. The next line is, and he did not kid. And he did not kid. And the last line is going to be, but boy, you should see his lawn. So, but boy, you should see his lawn. So we have here is we have the entire limerick poem, okay? Now let's go ahead and go through each line and make sure that they have the correct number of syllables and that they rhyme. So let's go through the syllables. There was a young man named John. 7 syllables in here. 7 to 10, correct, okay? And he worked from dusk till dawn. 7 syllables in here. Correct. He loved what he did. 5 syllables. And he did not kid. 5. Okay. But boy, you should see his lawn. 7. Interestingly, each of these words, I think from what I counted now, each of these words is a single syllable word, which is very interesting because that rarely happens when you're writing a poem that all of them are single syllable words. So we have 7, 7, 5, 5, 7. So it all falls within the correct number of syllables, okay? Next up, do they rhyme? So 1, 2, and 5 have to rhyme, okay? So we got John, dawn, lawn. They rhyme. And then 3 and 4 have to rhyme. Did, kid. That's it. There is the limerick poem. It's actually really easy to write. I wrote this in like, I don't know, maybe a minute or 2 minutes when I wrote it. It's really simple, and you can use this as a guideline, and you can even just change the ending words to make them make sense if you want to start writing limericks yourself. And that's basically it. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video on how to write a limerick poem, this simple poetry tutorial. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.